Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Stella. How are you? Today we are making this cute hamster together. So we are making something really trendy. It's the sad hamster meme. Look at how cute they are. So let's start. We are going to need fiber fill, 2 crochet hooks. One is 4mm and the other one is 5mm. Tapestry needle and scissors. Some big safety eyes. I'm using the 18mm safety eyes. A bulky yarn. This one I'm using is number 5 and it's velvet yarn. A number 4 medium weight yarn in pink. And a number 4 medium weight yarn in blue. And let me show you the yarn I'm using. So I'm using the burnet velvet in vapor gray to make the hamster body, right? So it's the main yarn we are using. And then I'm using the burnet premium in the color baby blue to make the tears under the eyes. And I'm using a burnet super value in the color baby pink to make the nostrils and the bow. We are going to make a hamster using number 5 velvet yarn, but you can also use number 6 bulky yarn, and you just have to change the hook accordingly. So these hamsters are super easy and quick to make, and they require only a small amount of yarn. So go ahead and use whatever you have in hand. And they are very good for markets because, like I said before, they are easy and fast to make, and they can have a good value because they are super cute, right? The big eyes, the bow, they can add value to your item. So let's start! So let's start by making a slip knot, and I make a finger slip knot. And then we go ahead and we make 2 chains. 1, 2. And now in the second chain from the hook, which is the first chain we made, we go ahead and we make 8 single crochets inside that chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is round 1. And now what I like to do is to place a stitch marker on the last single crochet I make. So here's the last single crochet we made in round 1. In round 2, we are working on increases. So we are going to make 8 increases all around. So an increase is 2 single crochet in the same single crochet from the previous round. So 1, 2, and then we go to the next single crochet and we make 2 more together in that same single crochet from the previous round. So here I have 4, 6, 2 more in the next, 8, all around until we get 16 single crochets. And here we finish with 2 single crochets where the stitch marker is. So this is our round 2, and we have 16 single crochets all around. In round 3, we are making 1 single crochet and then an increase. 1 single crochet, 1 increase all around until we have 24 single crochets. So the repeating block for this round is 1 single crochet, and then we go to the next single crochet from the previous round and we make an increase. So 2 single crochets together there in that same single crochet. So the repeating block again is 1 single crochet on separately, right? So 1 single crochet here in a single crochet from the previous round, and then in the next you make an increase all around until we have 24 single crochets. So I'll stop recording now. You should stop my video too, and then we are going to meet back when I'm making the last block here of 1 single crochet and 1 increase. And the increase is gonna fall where my stitch marker is. So there we are, 22, and then 23, 24 together here. And this is the end of round 3. Let's place the stitch marker there in the last single crochet we made. And we are ready to go to round 4. So in round 4, we are making the ears. So we start by making 4 single crochets, all in separate single crochets from the previous round. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 single crochets there. And then now we are going to make something different, which is going to be the first ear. So in the first ear, we are going to work in front loops only. So we go to the next single crochet, and you see here there are 2 loops. This is the back loop and this is the front loop. So we are going to work 3 double crochets in the front loop only. So we go ahead and we grab that front loop and we make a double crochet. And then we need to make 2 more together in that same front loop. So we make 1 more double crochet, so this is our second, and then we go ahead and we make the third, all in the front loop and all together in the same front loop of that single crochet from the previous round. And then now we go ahead and we make 4 more single crochets, grabbing the 2 loops now. So we make 4 single crochets in separately single crochets from the previous round and grabbing both loops now. Now we are going to start the second ear. Look at the first ear here. The second ear is the same thing. We are going to work in front loop only, and we are going to make 3 double crochets together in that front loop. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget it's double crochet and it's in the front loop only, all together in the same single crochet, the same front loop of the single crochet from the previous round. So now we go ahead and we make 14 single crochet around until we get to the stitch marker here. So we go ahead to the next single crochet and we start making our single crochets from this round. So we are going to have 14 until the end of the round now, until we get to that stitch marker. There you are. So here round 4 is complete, and we have the 2 little ears there. It's super cute. Alright, so I just want to say that only the double crochets from the ears are worked on front loop only. The other ones, the single crochets, you work them normally, grabbing both loops of the single crochet from the previous round. And in this round, we have a total of 28 stitches. So we have 22 single crochets and then 6 double crochets. So we are now at round 5. And if you see my written instructions, it looks difficult, right? But don't worry, because it's not. Also, in this round, we are making the feet. So let's start. So we start by making 4 single crochets, all in separate single crochets from the previous round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, until we get to the first ear. Okay, so we got to the first ear. Now we have to do a single crochet on the back loop only. So we are going to make a single crochet on the back loop of that single crochet we used to make the ear. And remember, we made the ear in the front loop. Yeah, so now the single crochet from round 5 has to be on the back loop of the single crochet. So there, a single crochet behind the ear. And then we are going to make single crochets in between ears. So we need 4 single crochets here. So we start there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we are at the second ear, and we do the same thing. We go to the back loop of that single crochet we used to make the ear, right there, and we make a single crochet. So now we have double crochets in the front loop, and they form an ear, and a single crochet on the back loop to be able to make round 5, right? So now we go here and we make 7 single crochets until we get to the bottom of the hamster here. So now let's make 7 single crochets. So starting right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we are going to make the feet. So we are going to make the first one. And for that, we are going to use a bubble stitch. Alright, so let's make our first bubble stitch. So we yarn over. We go to the single crochet here from the previous round, and then yarn over, bring up one more loop there. So now we have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pass through 2 loops, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Now we need to do that 3 more times. So we yarn over. We go through the single crochet, the same one. We yarn over and pull a loop through that single crochet, and now we have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pass through 2 loops only to leave 3 loops on the hook. One more time. Yarn over, go through that same single crochet, yarn over, pull a loop through the single crochet, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, leaving 4 loops on the hook. Last time, yarn over, go through that same single crochet, yarn over, pull through the single crochet, and then yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and we're gonna have 5 loops now on the hook. And then we yarn over, and now we pull through all the loops. And now we make a chain to secure the bubble stitch. And the first foot is ready. Look at that. So I like to call the bubble stitch, the steps, right, of unfinished double crochets. And you wanna have 4 of them on your hook before you close everything, right? So now we make 2 single crochets here on the single crochets from the previous round. So we go ahead and make 2. And now we make the second foot, which is a bubble stitch again. So now I'm not gonna say anything. Sometimes it's easier to learn by just looking at what the other person is doing, right? So I'll be quiet now. All right, so the second foot is ready. Look at that. And now we finish the round with 3 single crochets here. 1, 2, and 3. Right there on the stitch marker. And the hamster is looking like this. Look, the 2 ears and the 2 feet there. Super cute. I hope my explanation of bubble stitch was a little bit clear. I feel like I'm not so good at explaining the basic steps, like how to make stitches. I tried my best, but if you still didn't get it, there are many good tutorials for the bubble stitch on YouTube. So I suggest you to stop my video and go look for a video that explains, shows you better how to make the bubble stitch, okay? Alright, so we are now at round 6. And in round 6, we make 24 single crochets around. So it's 1 single crochet in each single crochet from round 5. But we have to make sure we make a single crochet here on top of the bubble stitch, right? On that chain we made to lock the bubble stitch. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go on that single crochet behind the ear. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here on that single crochet behind the ear, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18 right there on the bottom of the first foot. Then 19, 20, 21 there on the bottom of the second foot. 22, 23, 24. So we are good. 24 single crochets. And this is round 6. Alright, so before we start round 7, we have to place the safety eyes on the hamster. And I'm using these huge safety eyes here. So I'll be using the smallest one in this box. It's the 18mm safety eyes. Let's go and open that. So here, I'm gonna be using this one. Alright, so I'll be placing my safety eyes between rounds 2 and 3. Here. 2 and 3. At approximately 1 inch apart. And also give some space between the ear and the eyes, because we have to put the little bow there later. And here inside the hamster, we place the washers. Nice. They are easy to put on. There you go. Alright, I just realized I have to press this harder, but it's still easy to put them on. Now they are secure, and I like how big they are, because when working with chunky yarn, if the washers are small, they go through the little gaps between the single crochets. Now you have two options. You can embroider the little mouth and nose now before closing the hamster, or later after the hamster is stuffed and finished. I prefer to do it later so I can see better where it's gonna go. So now from round 7 to round 11, we are going to make 24 single crochets all around for each round. So it's 5 rounds of 24 single crochets all around. So I'll stop recording now. You stop my video and let's go and work on those 5 rounds of 24 single crochets in each round. And we meet back here at the end of round 11, okay? Alright, so here is the end of my round 11 and it's looking like this. Now let's go and make round 12. In round 12, we are making 18 single crochets. 18. And now we are making a bubble stitch. After the bubble stitch, we are making 2 single crochets. And 1 more bubble stitch on the next single crochet from the previous round here. And then 2 single crochets to finish the round. And round 12 is looking like this. We have 2 more feet there, the back ones. Round 13 is super easy. We are working 24 single crochets around. So 24 single crochets is 1 single crochet in each single crochet from the previous round. Okay, so don't forget to make a single crochet here on that chain we made to lock the bubble stitch. There you are. A little bit tight there, but it worked. Now 2 single crochets here in between the 2 feet. 1 more single crochet on the top of the bubble stitch. And 2 single crochets to finish this round. Okay, so we are now at round 14 and we are going to start to close the hamster here. So we are going to start working on decreases. So for this round, we are doing 1 single crochet and then 1 decrease in the next. 1 single crochet, 1 decrease in the next, in a total of 16 single crochets. So 1 single crochet, and then you go to the next and you do a decrease. And the way I like to do my decrease is that I get the front loop of 2 single crochets from the previous round, and then I combine them into a single crochet. So 1 more time, go to the next single crochet, make a single crochet there, and then to do the decrease, you combine 2 single crochets from the previous round. So I grab the front loop of 1 single crochet, I go to the next, I grab the front loop of the next one, and then I yarn over, and then I pull through those 2 front loops, and then I finish my single crochet. So you repeat that block of 1 single crochet and 1 decrease until we have 16 single crochets at the end of this round. This is the end of round 14. This gap is getting small, so we have to start stuffing our hamster. So get your fiber fill and let's stuff it. So in round 15, we do 8 decreases around. So it's a round of only decreases. 1, 2, 3. So now look, the gap is really small. So let's finish stuffing our hamster until the desired firmness. All right, it's looking super cute already. Look at that. Super cute. So for round 16, what I like to do here is to work 4 decreases. In this way, we can make a little tail. Look at this one here. We can make a little tail. There, so let's make 4 decreases here. It's a little bit tricky with the stuffing in place already, but we can do it. 1, 2, and then 2 more, 3, 4. All right, so round 16 is ready. Now we have to cut the yarn, leaving a very short tail. And then with the tapestry needle, we're just gonna close a little bit more that gap, but it's already closed. So I like to just finish closing that a little bit, like that. And then I'm gonna hide this remaining tail here. And look at that. There's a little hamster tail there. Super cute. So the hamster is done. You can leave it this way if you want, or we can make the optional parts, which are the tears here under the eyes, the mouth and the nose, and the bow. Alright, so let's make the little bow. And for that, I'm using my number 4 medium weight yarn. So let's start with a slip knot. And I like to leave a long tail here on my slip knot. So let's chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. There you go. And then on the second chain from the hook here, we are going to make a single crochet. And then we are making 4 more single crochets here until the end of the foundation chain. 1. Oops. I was used to working with the thicker hook, and then it takes some time to adjust to the small one. Alright, so here we have 5 single crochets. And then we chain 1 and we turn the work. And then we single crochet 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet, turn the work. So we're going to make 5 rows of single crochet here to form a square. Okay, so here I am on my last row. So I'll chain 1, turn my work, and make 5 more single crochets here. So there we are. This is our square. So it is 5 single crochets here, 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 here. So 5 single crochets for 5 rows. So let's cut our yarn now, and we need a long tail for that because we're gonna roll the yarn around the square so we can make a bow. So what I'm going to do now here, I'll get my tapestry needle and I'll bring this yarn tail to the middle here. And then in this way, we can wrap the tail, the yarn tail, around the square to make the bow. So you wrap the yarn tail around the square as many times as you want, and then you pull it to tighten it. Look at the little bow, super cute. All right, so now let's secure that tail behind the bow. Tie a knot there, so it's secure. I also like to bring this tail here to the center. This will help us to attach the bow to the hamster. Right, so I like to bring it closer to the other tail, like that. So look at the little bow, you can adjust it with your fingers. That's the cutest thing ever, look at that. So now we just attach it to the hamster. So up till now, this pattern was a no-sew pattern. And it becomes a sew pattern now because we attach the bow to the ear, but this is optional, right? So you can leave it without the bow if you want, but the bow is super cute, right? It adds a special touch. So let's just attach this bow here, like that one. And then we are good to move on to the face, which is also optional. You can just leave your hamster like this, only the eyes and the bow. So now I tie a knot using both tails from the bow. And then I'll hide the yarn tails here inside the hamster. And it's looking like this. Isn't it the cutest thing ever? Look at that. Alright, some side notes here. You can make this bow using any kind of yarn that you want. You can use chunky yarn too for that, the velvet yarn or blanket yarn. The only thing that you have to adjust the hook size, right? That matches the yarn chosen. And also you have to adjust the number of chains on the foundation chain. So you have less chains and less single crochets on the rows. So it's really simple to make the bow. You have to make a square or a rectangle, and then you tie the yarn tail around in the middle of that shape, right? And then it becomes a little bow. For the facial features, I'm also using number 4 medium weight yarn. This one in baby blue to make the tears under the eyes. And I'm going to use the same yarn as I used for the bow to make the nose and the mouth. So we need a little strand of yarn, and we need our tapestry needle to embroider that part, which is also optional. Look, it's really cute like this already. So let's do that. See, this one is a little bit trickier. We need the right placement there. There you go, I think it looks cute. So I'll just hide this yarn here inside now. I'll tie a knot and hide it inside, okay? I'll be right back. Oh my god, we are done. Look at how cute our hamster is. Wow. Super, super cute and soft and squishy. So I hope you like this pattern, and I hope you make many hamsters. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Have a good day!